Well, today marks 6 years since Hurricane Florence made landfall in the Carolinas. The Category 1 hurricane landing in Wrightsville Beach on September 14th, 2018. It was 340 miles wide, spanning almost the entire state of North Carolina. And as the storm made its way over land, it dropped some 30 inches of rain on eastern parts of the state. The Piedmont saw about 10 to 15 inches of rainfall, and we know that a big part of this, Brittany, was that it was just such a large, slow-moving storm when we talk about impact here.
Yeah, its highest intensity was a Category 4, but as it made its approach, it dropped to a Category 1. And oftentimes when we look at the category of a storm, yes, it normally has to do with wind, because that's the Saffir-Simpson wind scale. But we have to look at things like storm surge, inundation, and heavy rain. And that slow movement was what really did us in when it came to Florence, similar to what Hurricane Harvey did to Texas and the Houston area in 2017. So Florence essentially started as a Category 1 September 4th, became a Category 4, and kept that intensity for about a week or so until, again, you can see on September 11th, still a Category 4. It slowed down on those 3-day approaches. But again, it's because the storm lingered for so long, and actually you can see that here as we look at the track. At its highest intensity, a peak wind of 150 miles an hour. But notice once it made landfall as a Category 1, see how it jots around and kind of hangs out near the Columbia area and then eventually heads off to the north. That time period hanging out over the Carolinas was at least 3 days. So think about 3 days of consistent rain. And it was so bad, especially here in the Carolinas, because the Carolinas had been impacted by the historical October flooding of 2015, then Hurricane Matthew, then remnants of Irma in 2017, and then, of course, Florence in 2018. So 4 years in a row, big major impacts around the same time period in late August through September and early October. So yuck is really the biggest thing you can say, of course, about this storm. People along the immediate coast still seeing some, fringe effects, especially when it comes to beach erosion and beach renourishment from that system. Now, we, of course, have an area of low pressure we've been watching for a few days now along the immediate coast. To be frank, nothing, of course, like Florence. In fact, it only has about a 50% chance that it'll even become a tropical depression. But this is going to cause significant flooding for the immediate coast of both North and South Carolina. Elsewhere in the tropics, we are tracking a new tropical storm, Gordon, and the fringe impacts there with that low lingering from Francine is going to help bring some of that rain and cloud cover into the Carolinas the next few days. Current conditions right now, it's cloudy, 72 degrees, humidity well up there. A dew point of 66 is getting very close to that area you can wear. Now, because of the close proximity, to what's left over from what was previously Francine, plus the low near the coast, things are going to get breezy the next few days. In fact, we'll stay wind gusts at least 25, if not close to 30 miles an hour, starting this afternoon all the way through at least Tuesday. And here's where the lows are right now. Here's the remnants there of what was previously Francine, and then that low I showed you there just off the immediate coast. So the combined impacts of these two are what's contributing to our increasing rain and, of course, our off and on cloud cover over the next few days. Now, last night you kind of saw that break in the clouds that I talked about yesterday during the midday show. We will have a break in clouds as well by the middle part of the day. In fact, today only about a 20% chance of rain, mostly coming in from the east, so kind of the fringe outer bands from that system that is spinning there near the immediate coastline. We will once again have clouds tomorrow morning. If you've stepped outside so far this morning, you might have noticed some low clouds and some areas of patchy drizzle. That'll be the case again Sunday morning, but Sunday afternoon, only a few spotty storms, mainly after the Panthers game has wrapped up, and then we will see that again on Monday. So again, this is not a big rainmaker by any stretch of the imagination for the Charlotte area, mostly near the immediate coast. We'll take a closer look at those rainfall totals coming up in just about 30 minutes or so. So here's your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. Mostly cloudy today, 49ers at home. It will get into the 80s. It will be humid, but not a lot of rain to impact the day. And I'm not expecting, even if some of those showers do develop, any storms activity for this afternoon. 81 tomorrow with a few more opportunities for rain, but again, lesser storm chances means lesser impact to the Panthers. And then we will get drier as we head into the middle of the week. I'll take a closer look at why coming up too.